In this tutorial, I'm going to show you how to update Kali Linux, script it to make it easier, and then automate the tasks through cron. So we're going to go ahead and we'll start the video by opening up a terminal, and we'll type in apt-get update tac-y and apt-get upgrade tac-y and apt-get dist-upgrade tac-y. Now what this y is doing is it's saying yes to anything that it's going to prompt us to. Would you like to update this? Would you like to install this? Etc. So that we don't have to sit around and wait for, say, a prompt that would you want to do this. We can go ahead, we can let the update run, we can go do whatever we want and come back, and we're going to know that it's done. So this and symbol, the double and symbol, is just going to background these other jobs, these commands, and they're going to run also, so we don't have to type in one at a time. We don't have to type in apt-get update, wait for that to run, then apt-get upgrade, etc. We can do it all at once. Now what apt-get update is going to do is it's going to download the package list from the repositories and update them and get information on the newest version of packages and their dependencies. It will do this for all repositories. Now you might be asking, what's a repository? Linux users don't normally download and install applications from the application's website like someone would do in Windows. We don't normally go to www. say WinZip like a Windows user would do and then download the program like that. We usually apt-get install and then our program. So instead, each Linux distribution hosts their own software repositories. These repositories contain software packages specially compiled for each Linux distribution and version. So for example, if we're using Kali Linux, the repositories you use contain packages specifically compiled for Kali Linux. If we're using, say, CentOS, Mint, Fedora, whatnot, users use repositories full of packages specially compiled for those versions of Linux. Now apt-get upgrade. Upgrade is used to install the newest version of all packages currently installed on the system from the source enumerated in etc app sources.list if you want to check out that file. Packages currently installed with new versions available are retrieved and upgraded. So under no circumstances are currently installed packages removed or packages that are not already installed retrieved and installed. New versions of currently installed packages that cannot be upgraded without changing the install status of another package will be left at their current version and state. An update must be performed first so that the apt-get knows what version of the packages are available. Apt-get dist-upgrade. Dist-upgrade, in addition to performing the function of upgrade, also intelligently handles changing dependencies with new versions of packages. Apt-get has a smart conflict resolution system, and it will attempt to upgrade the most important packages at the expense of less important ones if necessary. So dist upgrade command may remove some packages, but not necessarily. So I have a brand new installation here of Kali Linux, so I'm going to go ahead and hit enter, and we're going to start updating our system. Okay, so now that the update is complete, we can clear this terminal and we can start scripting this process so that we don't have to type out apt-get update upgrade and dist upgrade, etc. So we can do this. I'll use my my favorite text editor, Nano. So Nano, and then the name of the script we want to create. I'm going to call it Kali-update. Go ahead and hit enter, and since this is a bash script, we're going to start it off with a shebang /. bin /bash. We'll hit enter, and we're going to clear the terminal for when we start the script, that it gets rid of all the garbage that has been on the terminal, and we have a clear view of all the output that we're going to see from updating. I'm also going to assign the directory to the log file into a variable so that I don't have to type it out a whole bunch, and it's going to save me a little bit of time. So I'll do this by creating a variable log file, and it's going to equal, like I said, the directory right to the file. So /var /log / and I'm going to call the log file kali-update.log. Now, if this file does not exist, it's going to be created by the system the first time you run the script. So don't worry about having to go ahead and create the file in that directory. I'm also going to create another variable called dt, which I'm going to assign the date and time to it so that I can tell when exactly the script was executed. So we can do this with the command dt equals $, open bracket, the command date, followed by single quote, plus, and then %d %m %Y. This %d is going to show us the day, and then %m is going to show us the month, and the %y is going to show us the year. I'm also going to include the time, so %h : for hour, %m : for minute, and %s for seconds. So another quote to close it off, and a closing brace. We can also hit Control-O and enter. That's going to save the file, and it's also going to start syntax highlighting for our script, so it will make it a little easier for us. I'm going to also do an echo-e so that I can use the new line character. We're going to do double quote, new line, and what this is going to do is it's just pretty much going to print a blank line. So say you have a title, then a space, and then the rest of our output. Well, that's what the \n is going to do. It's going to put the space in between the title and in our case the date and time, and then it's going to have the rest of the output from the update command. I'm going to use my variable date and time with the $dt. I'm also going to use a system variable called user so I can tell who executed the script, and I'm going to say that they executed the Kali update script. I'm going to close the braces, or the quotes, and I'm going to append it to our log file. Now I use 2 greater than signs to append it. If I were to use 1, it's going to write to the script, and then once it gets executed again, it's going to rewrite the whole script so that we're going to lose any history that we had in there before. When I use 2 greater than signs, it's going to append it to the bottom of the script so that I always have the history from previously, when the script has been previously run, so I can check out what's been updated and so on. I'm also going to do echo and then just 2 quotes. That's also another way to print a blank line, and I'm going to say echo, we'll do a quote, updating Kali Linux, please wait. Now this is for when the user executes the script themselves. When we automate this in a cron job, it's not even going to show output to the screen. It's just going to run it in the background. So this just lets the user know that, hey, we're updating Kali Linux, your script is running. And then I'll add in one more line, blank line, and then we'll do our commands that we want to complete. So apt get update -y, and we're going to pipe it into a command called t-tac-a, and then into our log file. Now what t-tac-a does is the tac A is going to append it to the log file, just as we did up here with the two greater than signs. So it also, the T program lets us put the information that the program is running by doing the update into a log file, but also let us view the information live in the terminal when we're running our script. So we'll go ahead and I'll enter in the next two updates. So upgrade tac Y, and again we'll pipe it into T, tac A, and then into our log file. And one more time for the dist upgrade, and to T, and then logged into our log file. And then from here we can do Control O and enter to save our file, and Control X to exit. So as you can see here, we've made our file, Kali update, but it's not yet executable. So we can make it executable with the command chmod +x and then the name of our file, Kali Linux. And as you can see here, it's turned green and it's ready to be executed. Now we can do this with // and the name of our script. And as you can see here, it says updating Kali Linux, please wait. Of course I stopped the script ahead of time just to show you, and it's going to run. We can also go ahead and view our log file, cd var log. We'll do ls, and as you can see here, it created the Kali update log. So we can cat Kali update, and you can see it's dumping the same information into our log file, so if we want to go back and view it then, we can. Alright, now that we know that our script is executing properly and that it's logging our data to a log file, we can go ahead and we can make it easier to run this script. So say for example, I'm on the desktop where our script isn't located. I can't go ahead and run our script. Okay, the file is not there. I have to be in the exact directory of our file to run it. But we can get around this by moving our file to /user bin, and then this way we can run our script no matter where we are in the operating system or the directory, etc. in the terminal. So we can do this. We can move the file with mv. We can move our script. We put in our name, Kali update, /user /bin, and hit enter. As you can see, our script is no longer in this current directory. It's been moved. But we can still now run the script from no matter where we are. I can move back to the desktop and still run the script. This makes life a lot easier. Now, another way to do this so that we don't even have to actually run the script is to automate this task through cron jobs. We can get the Linux operating system to run our script whenever we choose. We can do it, weekly, monthly, whatever you prefer, and you can also set the time. So we can do this by editing a file called cron tab with tac E, and it's going to open the file that we need to edit. Now, this editor is Vim. It's different from the editor that I wrote the script in, Nano. So the commands are a little bit different. So to edit the file, we need to hit the insert key on our keyboard, or the letter I on the keyboard, so that we can type. Now down here at the bottom of the file, you're going to see M, H, DOM, and so on. The M is minutes. We can put in anything from 0 to 59. H is for hours, 0 to 23, as the system runs on a 24-hour clock. DOM is the day a month, so 1 to 31. MON is the month. We can put anything in from 1 to 12. DOW is the day a week, and that goes from 0 to 6. Now the week starts on Sunday in the Linux system, so 0 would be Sunday, and then 1 would be Monday, 2 would be Tuesday, and so on. And then we have our command. So whatever command we want to run after we set our job. So we can go ahead and say we want to run our script at 10:30 p.m. every week on Monday. Well, we can go ahead and put in 30 for minutes, 22 for the hour, and then the day a month, well, we don't care what day a month it is, so we can put in an asterisk or star, and then the month, well, we don't care what month it is, so a star again, and we want it to run on Monday, so we'll choose 1. And then the command that we want to run, we want to run our Kali update script. Okay, so we go ahead and do that. We'd hit, then to save the file, we're going to hit the escape key, shift, colon, and as you can see here, it's taken our cursor to the bottom left. We're going to put in WQ to write and quit, and then you're going to want to restart cron. So we can do service, cron, restart, and now that job is going to be immediately put into the system, and then it's going to run at that time on Monday. So to show you an example of the cron task there, I'm going to view our log script in real time with tail tac F. Our script is located at var log called Kali update.log, and we're going to hit enter. As you can see here, this is the data that we logged earlier when we ran our script. I'm going to come back to the cron tab. I'm going to edit that. I'm going to come down here and I'm going to do an example so you guys can see it running before you set it up. Okay, so on my system it's currently 10:01 p.m. So I'm going to try to run this by 10:03. So I'm going to put in 3, 22 for 10 p.m. Yet again, I don't care what day of the month it is. I don't care what month it is. And it's currently Sunday, so 0. And then the script I wanted to do, Kali update. I'm going to hit escape, colon, shift colon, WQ, and then I'm going to service, cron, restart. Now, when this clock turns to 10:03, we should see it log into our file. We can go ahead and close this terminal as we've set up an automated task and it doesn't need any user input. So we'll wait for 10:03 to show up. Okay, so as you see, it's 10:03 here and our script is automatically running and it's logging all the data that's being output from the update. So as you can see here, a few little errors and stuff like that, but that's what the log file is for. So we can go back and we can see, oh, 404 not found, etc. We can go through, we can see that, okay, it's run on this date at this time, and they ran the Kali update script, you know, or if it was manually run, we can see what user it was run by, root, and so on. So it's going to keep going until the script is fully done, and it's going to log all our data like that from now on. So every Monday, if you set it up like I have in the video, it's going to log all the data and it's going to automatically update your system. Now for a production system, I wouldn't recommend automatic updates like this, because normally with the services you have running, if you're going to update or add something to your current production system, you're going to test it out in a virtual machine first just to see that you don't have any conflicts or something like that. So, but since I'm just running Kali Linux, a little hacking security distro, I have no web server or anything like that running that it's, you know, I'm trying to support hundreds of thousands of users or anything like that. So I'm not too worried if I have a little problem. I have the time to fix it. You know, I don't have to worry about downtime. So if you found this tutorial informative and you enjoyed it, please subscribe and share my videos. It helps out me and it will help out you guys. Thanks a lot.